Are live and for real this time. I'm probably going to delete that other video so you won't even know what happened. My second controller wasn't turning on, and as soon as I stopped the stream, it magically started turning on. Because, you know, in the RXFL, we control both sides of the ball, and we'll hit the plugs off the top with you because it's a late Sunday night, and we got a pretty one-sided matchup. As the title says, the biggest one-sided matchup in RXFL history. The Chicago Wolverines, the North Florida Cheetahs, the only undefeated team left in the league, the only winless team left in the league. And boy, it only seems fitting, the poor team that's wearing the same unis as the Jaguars. They've been on the losing end. The Jaguars themselves have been on that end of being one of the worst teams in the league for quite a few years. And maybe it's just something about those uniforms, man. I don't know. It's not transitioning well to any football league. So we're going to jump into it. As you can see, the Chicago Wolverines coming up on a bye week after this, and they are at home hosting North Florida. Zach Green is here. Zach Green in the house. Welcome to Zach Green. As always, if you guys have been following along with us on Twitter, we tweeted out that we are going live here for this game. So if you would have been following us there, you would have known that we were going live. So we always encourage you guys to check us out on Twitter, TB Sports 27. Hit that follow button on Twitter, and you'll know, like I said, when we're going live for all the big, where the heckers are. There we go. There's the classic unis. Gonna rock with the white at home. Pretty standard here for the Chicago Wolverines. And then, of course, that makes it easy because North Florida, they just wear the old school Jaguar unis here. We want to put them there in the teal. Let's see if we can switch up the pants a little bit. Let's see. Let's give them some different pants options here. We can go plain, which is what they wear now, which is kind of gross. But that teal doesn't even match, huh? Oh, they got that other Jaguar head on there, so that doesn't really work because it would be two different logos. Although that does look kind of slick. I kind of like that, having that little extra stripe right there. We got Brian here as well, so welcome aboard. Working on his universe mode as always. And Zach Green is, boy, he's got an injury hit. So I'm sorry to hear that, Zach. Hopefully you guys can bounce back from that injury. Zach's quarterback injured out of here. Oh, we could do these. It's got the old Jaguar head on there. A little stripe. I think a lot of people hated that look. Ooh, we can put him in gold. Gold and teal. Maybe that can just be an alternate logo. You do get a lot of different variety options there. I think we'll just stick with the classic. Make it easy. What about the socks? We can switch up the socks here. Gold socks. Do they have teal? Teal socks? Ooh, all black. Kind of menacing. Ooh, how about that? Does that look good? The all teal, or is that too much teal? We can go with something like that. Give a little teal on the back end. What do you guys think? The all teal? Maybe a little too much. Let's just go with the black and teal. Yeah, that looks good. And then for the shoes, do we got a black and teal here? We got black and gold. There we go. All right, now we're looking good. So it should be a good one. What about, let's see. You know, I always got to play with the uniforms here. They typically wear the blue at home, but, you know, if North Florida's coming in, ooh, we can do something like this. I didn't know they had a pair of orange pants in here. Is that too crazy? The orange pants, that could be something a little different there. We got a lot of different, the gold pants here. We can go with the thick. I kind of like the thick right there, the thick stripe. We haven't really gone white on white. We typically always wear blue at home. Oh, we could do this. We've never, if we want to switch up. I almost kind of want to do orange just to make it go kind of a little crazy here. Because I didn't know they had an orange in their repertoire. I don't know why they do. But that's what we're going to go with. There you go. So we're going kind of crazy for this one. For this big matchup. What could be a super one-sided matchup. Brian's got the Royal Rumble and the Wild Card Rumble. It sounds like World War III over there, all these Battle Royals. And Zach and his quarterback. So keep the comments coming, guys. As always, we're going to be checking them in periodically. Now look at that. You're seeing starting quarterback Baker Mayfield. Is there an injury to Joe Theismann? We're going to have to see. We'll take a look at what happened. We'll have to look at the injury report, but that's kind of big breaking news coming into this one. That possibly Joe Theismann might be out of it, which could that give North Florida a big opportunity? We're going to find out. 0-7 against 7-0. Now, we kind of broke our own rule. You know, our rule that we like to do is we do one game from the early Sunday game, one game from the afternoon Sunday game, but we decided to do 2 games from the early because we kind of wanted to see how this matchup was going to play out. This just kind of, I guess, some kind of sick feeling that we wanted to see how this was going to play out on paper with this dominant Chicago Wolverines team, which is the former Ann Arbor Annihilators, continuing their dominating ways, and this Gainesville Clash team, as they had quite the few rivalries over the years in the Revolution League, did the Annihilators and the Clash. So coming into this to see them on opposite ends here, it's kind of interesting. As Brian's universe mode continuing to heat up, and Zach Green going into week 15 on his Madden. We're going to get back to our Denver Broncos franchise at some point here. There's Barry Sanders, 147. Former member of the Huntington Beach Killer Whales, bringing them 2 championships. He finally got a taste of championship trophy gold as part of the Killer Whales. All right, let's take a look. We got to look here before we jump into this one. Let's look at the injury report. It says Joe Theismann, so why were they showing us stats? Let's see. There's no injury for the Wolverines, so it is beyond me why they were showing Baker Mayfield's picture on the pregame show, but, you know, it wouldn't be a classic Madden without there being some kind of goof. So here we go. Number 1 versus number 32. Undefeated 7-0 Chicago Wolverines against the 0-7 North Florida Cheetahs. The Wolverines breaking out some orange pants here for the first time. Getting a little bit different look here. Different look-see as they go up against North Florida. And there's Joe Theismann. 1,800 yards on the year, 16 touchdowns. It's kind of, I have vibes from, remember when the Jaguars, they had, well, that could be any year. I was going to say, remember when they were having their rough year? Theismann wide open to Steve Smith when they played the Denver Broncos, the Peyton Manning Broncos. You guys remember that, where people thought it was going to be one of the biggest blowouts in history of the NFL? Didn't end up being that way. They were able to keep it a lot tighter than I think a lot of people anticipated, but I remember that game fondly, that Broncos-Jaguars game. We're kind of getting that here with the Cheetahs and the Wolverines. And so far on the first 2 plays, it is all Wolverines in this one. Dick Anderson in on the tackle on Barry Sanders. I kind of like the orange. We don't have a lot of orange in this league, so I kind of like the orange kind of pops a little bit. What do you guys think? I guess we always have the option. We can always switch it up. That's the luxury we have while we use the NFL unis here and make up our own teams. So these are the Chicago Wolverines here. First down, Wolverines.
Let's go, 30 base.
Theismann's going to take to the gun here in this formation. Blitz coming, Theismann gets rid of it. Steve Smith. And they are going to be first and goal coming up here. Touchdown saving tackle made by Brandon Flowers. But it is going as expected so far for the undefeated Chicago Wolverines. Pitching it out to Sanders, and Sanders could not find an opening. Nicely done there by North Florida, Antonio Pierce. Getting that tackle there. And to be on the road, too, for North Florida. To have to travel up to Chi-Town here. Theismann wide open, Todd Heap, and it could not be any easier than that if you're a Chicago Wolverines fan. Again, we didn't have to pick this game. We kind of did this out of the sick nature, just wanted to see what it was going to look like. We had the option of picking any other game because the Battle of London, which we're going to be seeing in the next stream, London Bulldogs and the London Monarchs, who went to a tie last time they played. But the opening drive could not have gone better for the Wolverines, could not have gone worse for the Cheetahs. And now we'll see the first possession of North Florida in this one. We saw a primetime battle. We saw North Florida have a tight contest last time out. They were going up against the London Bulldogs at home in a primetime match. Came up just short. Now they're hitting the road here. Johnny Unitas again. It's kind of interesting because Johnny Unitas, formerly of the Portland Ironmen, was really good. He was the class of the league. That one incomplete as Unitas, pass intended for Steve Largent, goes incomplete. Nice. Zach watching some ECW on the Peacock app. I got caught up on the G1 this morning. You guys want to check out that main event between Jonah and Okada? Just go ahead and check it out. Take my word for it. After this, I'll probably, I'm going to get ready for work tomorrow. I'll probably jump into bed. I got one Stardom 5-star Grand Prix to get caught up on, and I'll either do that, really, if I can spit out my words, or it could be a Peacock wrestling night. Binge watching the old Nitros and Raws and all that stuff. We talked about it. Boy, the stacked defense, the Legion of Boom part of it. You see Asante Samuel, who I was actually just at the gym, and I was watching the AFC Championship, the one where the Colts finally beat the Patriots, and Asante Samuel had the pick six. He was about lights out. So to go from that, oh boy, well, intercepted by Cam Chancellor, and touchdown. Well, this is going about as well as expected so far for the Cheetahs. In a previous incarnation, I'm actually contemplating, I should say Commissioner Pat Summerall is contemplating merging the old files. Now, I don't know if it'd be weird for you guys, because I don't have any of that old footage. That's been lost to time because a lot of it was, we were rocking on the old message board days, doing our old SFL league, and I don't even know where that footage is. Some of it's on a VHS somewhere. I actually do. I have a couple of VHSs that has the original season of the SFL, and I know some of the league championship games were on VHS somewhere. So maybe in some alternate universe I can get those converted and upload them. But contemplating merging the old SFL and the new RXFL into one. And to do that, that would mean the championship histories would come over, and that would mean the former Orlando Cheetahs would have a championship to their name, as they previously played the Kansas City Warriors in, I believe, the 7th SFL championship game. So in the gun, there's the give straight up the middle. And that is a big-time run right there by Liddell Mitchell. September 3rd. What's September 3rd? Is that Clash of the Castle? I don't even know what September 3rd is. 14-0 early on here for the Chicago Wolverines. Johnny Unitas threw the pick six. That one completed to LaMarcus Joyner. Yes, Clash of the Castle. Yes, that'll be a big-time event. Here, look at the big chin strap there, old school. That should be a fun event, afternoon event. It's going to be a busy weekend because NXT TakeOver is that weekend. All Out is that same weekend too. So it's going to be a heavy wrestling weekend. Marshawn Lynch on the run. The Nation of Domination coming back in Brian's Universe mode. Well, North Florida having a much better drive here, and we were talking about before the pick six about the fact that Johnny Unitas was pretty lights out with the Portland Ironmen in our last league. So that was Tim Tebow, who is the owner of North Florida here, that was one of his big pickups, was getting Johnny Unitas fresh off that really successful debut season with the Revolution League. Teamed up with Larry I don't even know if Larry Fitzgerald's in this game or not, if he's on one of the teams. I don't know if he is. But Unitas has not quite had the same success that he has had in Portland. And Unitas he's going to take off here, and he's going to scramble. So North Florida on this second drive, they're looking a lot cleaner. And it's going to be first and goal here. Can the Cheetahs punch this one in? They give to Marshawn Lynch. Well, of course, when you're 1 yard away from the end zone, you give it to Marshawn Lynch, right? That's just standard. That's all standard. Yes, I did hear the big Ronda Rousey suspension. She's out of here, right? Putting her hands on the official. She was not on SmackDown this past Friday. Yeah, it was bad business there. But now I don't know who are the fans going to cheer for on SmackDown, because, boy, the fans really tore into Liv Morgan on SmackDown. So I don't even know who's well-loved anymore in the SmackDown women's division. Well, that was a big-time touchdown that North Florida absolutely needed right there to stop the hurt. It's been a high-scoring first half. It is 14-7. Wolverines with the lead. And they're going to step back onto the field here. There's Joe Theismann heading back out. We talked about the Revolution League. Theismann spent about a year and a half with the Omaha Firebirds, unable to get that team turned around. And boy, many Firebird fans looking at this one and maybe thinking they gave up too soon, because Theismann having a breakout year here, former Super Bowl winner, but he came into Omaha. They gave him a year and a half, and he could not get the team turned around, and they ended up turning to Jeff Hostetler instead. Barry Sanders, a couple of big runs. He's going to get, that was kind of a disrespectful tackle to Barry Sanders there. Is North Florida going to figure out a way to stop this offense? So far, no answers. Theismann getting rid of it to Sanders. There we go. That one was buckled down on. That was Steve Atwater, legendary Denver Bronco, coming in and getting that tackle onto Sanders. So second down and 14. Theismann could not get rid of it in time, and he is sacked by Dick Anderson. Yeah, who are the people? Who are the people gonna cheer for? Shayna Baszler? Or are they going to cheer for Liv Morgan? They certainly weren't cheering for Liv Morgan on SmackDown, I'll tell you that much. Well, this is a huge third down here for the Cheetahs. They get right back into this one. It's a third and long. And Theismann again, well, he got sucked into the Madden animation. And Dick Anderson gets another sack, back-to-back sacks for Anderson. Well, R-Truth, I would think that he should join. That's his namesake, right? Join him up. And you see Theismann tried to get rid of it. At the windup, it's just too darn slow in this game. Just too slow. All right, Wolverines punting this one away. John Ryan. You guys know a lot of these legendary football players. What's the fun? I like doing my own league. Especially playing with all these legendary players. It's kind of fun to let these guys get out there. It's kind of what the Big Three is all about. It's kind of fun to see these guys one more time get out there and relive their glory days. You look at Mike Vrabel, current head coach these days. First and 10. Johnny Yu, a lot of time, but that one swatted away. Knockdown incomplete. Willie Lehner. Second down and 10. And that one going to be picked off, and it's Lehner back-to-back, getting his hands on the second interception of the game for Unitas. And we've talked about if they want to make a change at all. They got Dan Pastoretti in there, former Houston Oiler. But right now, Johnny Yu not really doing his part. And you have to imagine, is there going to be a quarterback change? We've heard rumors, maybe even Tim Tebow will come out of retirement to try to save this team. Theismann on the play-action fake. He's a perfect 5 of 5, and he connects with Steve Jordan for the first down. Yes, of course, Zach. That was the big news, right? The big to-do at the end of SmackDown, wasn't it? I don't think people, I mean, he just Ric Flair's last match. Dante Stallworth. 6 of 6 is Joe Theismann. Anything different for Barry Sanders going from Warren Moon being your quarterback to Theismann. And they're going to give it to Sanders, and he's going to pick up the first down. We'll see if the Wolverines can get one more play away. They're going to go empty set as the clock's ticking down. Let's see, 3, 2, 1. And they can't do it. Well, it was an interesting, high-scoring first half. A lot of turnovers on the Cheetahs side. It's Wolverines 14. Cheetahs 7. And we switch sides here in Chicago. 2 Chicago teams, the Chicago Wolverines, the Chicago Cougars. Theismann is going to get that one into the hands of Jordan to stay perfect. Second down and 7, and the give to Sanders, who reverses field, and he's into the end zone. And we're going to see a rare celebration for Barry Sanders. I probably shouldn't even do a celebration for him, right? There should be a hand the ball off celebration, because Barry would never do that. So the lead will extend back to 14 with the extra point attempt. And it is good. Mason Crosby puts it through. And so far, it has been as advertised. Number 1 versus number 32 for the first time in our league. We started ranking the teams following week 4. The best team in the league and the worst team in the league going at it toe-to-toe here.
We play to win. Let's go.
Someone plays to win. We'll have to see about that.
Ready, set.
Johnny Yu coming back out onto the field. Will we see a Johnny Unitas benching at some point? Oh, Unitas is going to get sacked.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. Have him protect you.
Chris Jenkins bringing down Unitas.
Here we go. 60 out.
North Florida's a unique team where they don't have any road unis because Madden doesn't give us the classic Jaguar uniform in road white. So their uniforms. Look at Marshawn Lynch. He's trying his hardest to get a win. The Cheetahs wear either teal or black, depending on what the color matchup goes for, whatever color contrast. But no, and there's a couple teams like the Mutiny don't have a road uniform either. Well, that one was a tall pass there, and it's incomplete. And well, Unitas, you can see a stat line. It's not looking good. And we might finally see. I didn't think we would see it, because that was the big signing of Tim Tebow, was Unitas. We'll have to see how this one turns out, but we could be beginning to see the beginning of the end. Well, we've seen the beginning of the end in Tennessee, the Tennessee Oilers. And Kurt Warner was shown the door. So 1st and 10 here. Theismann to throw. And he's going to go deep down the field, and it is caught by Steve Smith. It's almost unfair at this point, the skill level between the two. Brandon Flowers didn't have a prayer. And both teams had the equal chance to make the draft. I mean, it's fantasy draft style. Up the middle to Barry Sanders. There's a nice stop. Antonio Pierce making sure Sanders didn't go any further than that. That was great.
Ready. 15 line.
But where Unitas has struggled, Theismann has been dominant. And Theismann, another completed pass, Dante Stallworth. I think I made this mistake last time. That's John Stallworth. I know I did that last time. I kept calling him Dante Stallworth. I grew up with Dante Stallworth. What do you want from me? It's John Stallworth. My apologies to the great John Stallworth for mixing up your name. And I know I did that before. I know I did it another time when we played with the Chicago Wolverines. So Theismann, another first down. John Stallworth, and it's a perfect 10 of 10 so far for Theismann in this game.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Up to the 33-yard line. And Theismann is going to give it to Sanders. He breaks one tackle. He jukes around, and there goes the great Barry Sanders, finally shoved out of bounds. That was a big get. We talk about gets, and we talk about the fact that North Florida signed Johnny Unitas. How about this signing? How about the former Ann Arbor Annihilators, which were never known for their running game? All 5 years, 4 years with Marino, 1 year with Young. They were primarily a passing attack. For them to completely change their fortunes here, pick up Barry Sanders. Joe Theismann, careful with that leg. He's going to rush forward and take up the first down. Jack Ham, touchdown saving tackle right there, but
Come on, set. 30 base.
as we said, as expected with the scoreboard looking the way it is. Out of a sick nature, we wanted to see what this game was going to look like. Dexter Manley, he spent a couple of years, I want to say, with the Birmingham Maulers.
60
Or no, he was with the Bandits, right? Oklahoma City Bandits, I believe. Back to Sanders, back to back. Jack Ham again. And Sanders gets stopped for a loss of yards. So the Cheetah linebackers coming up with some big stops here. And it's 3rd and goal, and a long 3rd and goal for the Wolverines. So at least some kind of mini reward here. Theismann is just going to go with the safe one, and he's going to get it back into Sanders' hands. And Sanders is going to get gobbled up. So they'll send the field goal unit on, will the Chicago Wolverines. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just snuck that one through there. That was bad. Mason Crosby, it is good. And it is going to be 24-7. So we'll see again how much longer the leash is on Johnny Unitas. Will we see it? Oh, look at this! Mitchell trying to stay in bounds, had to tiptoe down the sideline. What a kick return. And that might put North Florida in a good situation here. Trying to catch up. Johnny U remains in the game. They give it to Marshawn Lynch. Huge opening for Marshawn Lynch, tackled by Earl Thomas. Johnny Unitas famously didn't start Super Bowl III, came in relief, trying to lead the Baltimore Colts back. Colts ended up getting that Super Bowl win, Super Bowl V, the Blunder Bowl. The first time football was played on AstroTurf. It was a big disaster.
Ready? 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Bandit.
Topper. Hit it.
Well, there was a blitz coming, and Unitas changed the play. And he's going to complete just his second pass of the ball game to Shannon Sharp. I think we talked about this before. A lot of Denver Broncos being on this. Oh, we got an offsides call. How about that? We talked about there being a lot of Denver Broncos. I thought the game froze for a second. Oh, wait a minute. About the Broncos being on this squad here. All right, 1st and 10. Following that penalty, Unitas completes just his 3rd pass of the game. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. North Florida trailing 24-7, a 17-point deficit, but they are on the move right now.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch
The
54.
Cheetahs and the Wolverines.
Ready, ready.
The give to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
So 3rd and 4. I don't know, the volume keeps skipping in my headset. I don't know if it's this game or my headset or what, but here we go. 3rd and 4. And Unitas incomplete. But that one was right into the hands of Pat Tilley and fell to the turf. So if you're North Florida, take the points where you can get them. You're going to go on to Pete Gagulak. And it is good. Gogolak's kick is good. So that gives some time, though. 1:30. We'll see if Joe Theismann can continue this run here, this epic run of perfect passes. And he's gonna have a under 1:30 to do it here.
There we go.
So we'll see. I know Brian in the chat's getting hyped up for this drive right now, this 2-minute drive.
Go.
Joe
15
Theismann.
line, 15 line.
Theismann was one of the last holdouts of the single bar, wasn't he? Because I remember I had a Theismann action figure that had the single bar.
Ready, break.
Hurry up offense here.
Two.
Minute to play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up. Let's get up, defense.
Oh, incomplete. Barry Sanders, and that's going to represent the first incompletion of the game for the Chicago Wolverines and Joe Theismann right there. 2nd and 10, a minute to play.
Deep rip.
Across the middle to Stallworth. Still got all their timeouts.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
I huddle up because I can actually see the plays. If I do a no huddle, I can't see what the heck the plays are. And Theismann is sacked. Dick Anderson's had a couple of nice plays in this one. And that was actually 4th down, so timeout was called by the Wolverines, but I don't think they realized it was 4th down. I certainly didn't realize it. So we're going to see the first punt of the football game here on that sack. John Ryan punting this one away, and it will drop, and it'll go into the end zone. So North Florida, I feel like you got nothing to lose at this point. You're at the 20. You got all 3 timeouts. The game says don't do it. But we got to go. I mean, come on. You're number 32. You're 0-7. You got to take some shots, man. You got all your timeouts. Make this thing happen. Now, it could be dangerous if there's another pick 6. And I will say that. You take away the pick 6. That's incomplete. You take away the pick 6. And it's a whole different football game. I mean, by then it's only 17-10. It's still a game. 22 seconds to play. Shannon Sharp, speaking of the Omaha Firebirds, spent all 5 years with the Firebirds. And Unitas, it's intercepted, actually. Well, and that was the disaster. There you go. An underthrow by Unitas, his 3rd interception. And I wonder in the second half if we're going to see a quarterback change. Because there was an open man, but it was, I mean, there was a good leap by Graham, but it was underthrown by little Johnny U. And how about that? Oh my goodness, you want to talk about, oh, we got a trophy here. This is on my regular profile. What trophy is this? Let's take a look. Throw a pass down touch using the low. Oh, I was using low? I thought I was using the high throw. Okay. Maybe that's why the Johnny Unitas interception was an interception. Whoops. I guess the other button is to throw it high. I was hitting L2, which I thought was to throw it high, but allegedly it's not. Well, 31-10. And if you're a betting man and you bet on the Cheetahs to pull an upset, this isn't going to be your day. We still got a second half to go.
We got this.
For the Wolverines. Oh, they're just gonna kneel. They're not even gonna try. And I think we're gonna see a quarterback swap happen here in the second half. Thank you, my phone, with the volume being on. Let's go ahead and make that change now. Johnny Unitas getting the big pull. Seeing if they can spark something here. We got Len Dawson and we got Dan Pastoretti. Let's go with Len Dawson here. So Dawson's going to come in relief. You guys want a little history on Len Dawson while we go into the locker room? Let's see here. Len Dawson. Dan Pastoretti, of course, you guys know from great Houston Oilers. But Len Dawson, here he is. Steelers, Browns, and Chiefs. He is Super Bowl IV champion, so you want to talk about the old school. That's what we're at. We went from Super Bowl III, Super Bowl IV here. He is a Pro Bowler in 1971. And he's a Pro Football Hall of Famer, I want to say. I'm looking at his Wikipedia here. He went to Alliance High School. That's a cool name. Alliance High School. What's their school name? If anyone goes to Alliance High School. The Aviators, the Alliance Aviators. That's kind of cool. We have our own Aviators, the Columbus Aviators. So, all right. Len Dawson led the Chiefs to 3 American Football League championships, 62, 66, 69, and the franchise's first Super Bowl title, Super Bowl IV. He owned the Chiefs' single-game passing touchdown record set in 1964 that stood till 2018 when Patrick Mahomes broke it in 10 games. He still owns, so we'll see what Len Dawson can do. I mean, you can't go wrong. I guess you can at 0-7, but the Cheetahs having 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks on your team here.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
We'll see how the second half turns out. Can Len Dawson, what do you guys think? I know Brian's in the chat, chatting it up. Can Len Dawson pull off the big comeback here? Chiefs legend. He's stepping in. Now the first play, they're going to give it to Marshawn Lynch, and that was a disaster. Marshawn Lynch got hit right there. We see Warren Sapp. No sacks yet for Sapp in this one. He's getting hungry. Play action fake. Pressure coming. Dawson gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. Dawson looking for Charlie Joyner. And it's not going any better right now. 23 passing yards for the Cheetahs in this one. And down goes Dawson. Leonard Marshall in there. Who else was in there? There's another number I didn't quite get in time. But the Chicago, well, let's see on the replay. That was Leonard Marshall. And there was also Lito Shepard coming in. Double sack. And poor Len Dawson's like, oh my God, this is what I stepped into. So the Cheetahs will punt this one away. It's fun to see it blow out every once in a while, right? I mean, we could have picked any other game. And just for the sake of curiosity, we wanted to see what 7-0 versus 0-7 look like. Maybe there's going to be a big upset. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. With the Wolverines continuing to look like the dominant ball club here in the RXFL. Theismann hit from behind. Sinclair. And Theismann, lucky that one didn't get jarred loose. They give to Sanders. Big opening for Barry Sanders. Steve Atwater making the first down saving tackle right there. And the Wolverines find themselves on 3rd and 5.
Deep rip. Deep rip.
First down. Oh, what a hit. Holy smokes, Jamal Adams with that hit, knocking Steve Jordan across the field, but it didn't matter. Steve Jordan. It's the first down anyway. Steve Jordan dusting himself off like, I'm all right. I'm good. Knock me around all you want. Heisman couldn't get rid of that one, thanks to the Madden throwing animation, and Mike Vrabel gets credit with that sack. I don't know what you got to do to time these any better. I mean, I see the guy coming, you hit the button, and he still gets sacked. Again! Oh my God, again! Oh my God, it's killing me. Well, helpful for the Cheetahs. See if we can see a replay. I guess he was there in time. I don't know. I felt like I hit it a lot sooner, and he got rid of him. I guess not. It felt like I hit the button to get rid of it a lot quicker, but that's 2 big sacks for Vrabel. Trying to keep the Cheetahs in this thing. Incomplete. Deep pass. Theismann looking for Joyner, or rather looking for Lockett. And a promising drive turned into an absolute disaster with the 2 big sacks there by Mike Vrabel. Out at the 6-yard line. Beautiful punt by John Ryan. So the second drive of the game here for Len Dawson. Super Bowl IV legend. And they give it to Marshawn Lynch, who just gets drilled by Leonard Marshall. Not much out of Warren Sapp in this one. We've seen plenty out of Leonard Marshall. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. Dawson just has to dump it off to Shannon Sharp. Super Bowl IV legend and Shannon Sharp, Super Bowl 32, 33 legend. I think he even played in the Super Bowl with the Ravens too, I believe. Quarterback sack once again. Dawson brought down Lito Shepherd that time, did it alone. 6 sacks for the Chicago Wolverines. And the struggle for the Cheetahs continues. Danny White booting this one away. Nice punt. Steve Smith fielding it way back. And he's going to bring that one up past midfield. Theismann back onto the field. Well, we might get to see, maybe that's why we saw Baker Mayfield's picture before the game. Maybe the game was saying, hey, you're probably going to get to see some Baker Mayfield. Oh my God. Mike Vrabel. 5 sacks this season, 3 of them in this game alone. And it was a linebacker blitz, and again, I hate to keep calling it out. It's a broken record at this point, and maybe the different Maddens are better at this, but the throwing animation in this game sucks. There he goes again. Oh my God, Vrabel, 4 sacks, and again, cannot get rid of the football. If it wasn't such a blowout right now, this would be more impressive. And watch it again. Arm going forward, can't get rid of the football.
Set 30 base.
So both offensive lines, struggling here. So they're going to screen pass it here. Oh, no way. Sanders nearly got the first down. That might have got him back into field goal range, though. What do you think? It'd be about a 50, it'll be a 60-yarder. $62 yards. All right, a little too long. We're just gonna boot her. We got the lead, so we ain't gotta risk it. No scoring yet in the second half. And man, for North Florida, I don't know what he's celebrating about. That's a touchback. For North Florida, if only they could have gotten their offense on track, they'd be back in this game with how well the defense is playing. But unfortunately, even with the move to Len Dawson, the offense has not woken up at all. Marshawn Lynch with a huge juke. And Lynch picking up a bunch of yards. Junior Seau getting that tackle for this tough Wolverine defense. We talked about one of the best in the league. Talk about the London Bulldogs having the best offense in the league. How about this Wolverine defense having one of the best defenses in the league? Dawson on the run, and he gets it to Shannon Sharp. Sharp gets booted out of bounds there by Cam Chancellor. So Dawson's got him moving right now. Hold on all of a sudden. Because if they make this a 17-31 game, it becomes interesting all of a sudden with how well the Cheetah defense has been playing. Well, nothing there from Marshawn Lynch. Is Cam Chancellor in there once again. Cheetahs don't want to settle for a field goal here. That would be a worst case scenario. Play action fake. Dawson wide open is Hirsch. And Hirsch is going to come up injured. Boy, that's a rough injury there. Elroy Hirsch getting roughed up on that play. Holding his wrist, and that's bad news for a receiver. We got Mike Holder, I think, down on the field for this one. He might be doing some on-the-field interviews. What do you guys think? Oh, my God. This is killing me. Mario Williams with another sack. I hate it. I hate the throwing animation in this game. Look at this. That should not be a sack. The wind-up. No quarterback's winding up that long to throw a freaking screen pass. Like, that's a dump-off. Come on. All right, second down and 21. It's been a sack-a-palooza right here. Dawson on the run. Flushed out. Incomplete. And the Bruce Sternum, the guy was holding his wrist. Goodness me. All right, third and 21 for North Florida. They'll take the 3 points, but they don't want to settle for it. Dawson does get rid of it, and it's incomplete. Looking for Shannon Sharp. So he takes a hit. Somehow he was able to get rid of the ball. Like I said, the Cheaters are going to go ahead and take the 3. They're going to take all the points they can get. About 45 yards. And, oh, it is just through the uprights. Nearly blocked and just sliding through the uprights. Pete Gugelak. Oh, my God. That was almost a roughing penalty right there. So 31-13, we got the flip score right now. Next time we stream our RXFL action with you guys, the Battle of London Part 2. If you guys didn't see the first Battle of London, check that out in the archives. It went to a tie. An incredible battle, an incredible comeback that ended up in a tie. What a game that was. Check that out in the archives. And check out, this is our second stream of the day. We played a little hockey for the first time in a long time. So check that out in the archives, taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Some exciting matchups there. Well, I bet for Joe Theismann, it just feels good to get a pass to go after he's got knocked around as of late. This will conclude the third quarter with Barry Sanders getting just a handful. We're getting brought down by Chicago Bear legend J.C. Caroline. Yeah, go back in the history book for that. Just 3 points on the board in this third quarter. We head into the fourth. Wolverines, number 1 in the league, leading the way 31-13. Todd Gurley for the first time stepping into action here. 3rd and 4, I formation. Gurley remains in the game. And Gurley should have the first down.
That's it, baby.
No, 4th and inches. Are you kidding me? 4th and inches. And the Wolverines are going to go for it here. The Chicago Wolverines are going to go for it. 4th and inches. Fullback handoff. They got it. First down, Wolverines.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Sanders stepping back into the game here.
Big grip, big grip.
Give to Sanders, running out of real estate, and Sanders is going to be brought down by Bob Jeter. Well, the game wants us to play conservative, huh? They don't want us throwing it. Well, you know what? I don't do that. I'm going to throw it. I'll go single back. That's fine. Hey, there's some throwing here. Some throwing action.
Ready?
Mike 40. Arnie.
Running all day, you get Sanders killed out there.
Set, go.
Incomplete. Knocked away by Bob Jeter. So Jeter twice. Coming up with some big stops. And once again,
Ready, 60 yards.
big opportunity for the Cheetahs to get a stop here, get the ball back.
Go.
Theismann. It is caught. It is so incredible. John Stallworth. That's the second well-covered pass that Theismann has thrown, the other for that touchdown. Oh, man, I hit the button. See if you can see it underneath the graphics here. It is incredible right now.
Mike 51.
The Chicago Wolverines just firing everywhere. Barry Sanders trying to get touchdown number 2. They've held Sanders in check. He don't have much as far as yards go. Under 100 yards they've held Sanders. And Sanders tripped up there. And Mike Vrabel's had a big game for the Cheetahs. So 3rd and goal.
10-2 soft. Hit it.
Quick pass and it's swatted away. Steve Atwater. So they'll hold the Wolverines to a field goal. And this is the first points of the second half for the Chicago Wolverines. And it comes late in the 4th. So give credit to the Cheetah defense, who was able to at least make this a game. The offense wasn't quite able to live up to their end of the bargain.
Keep playing hard.
Len Dawson getting another attempt here.
Ready, set.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. They can't hang with us.
Oh, how was that not pass interference? That was wild right there. You guys saw that? How in the world did not... rewind that back. How was that not a pass interference call right there?
Down. 8, read.
Forget about rewinding it back. I'm going to show you guys. That was the no call. We played hockey earlier. We played hockey earlier. There were no penalties. How about no penalties? Here's like blitz the league. Look at that. How was that not called? Oh my God. I guess it's like the real NFL refs. How was that not a penalty? Cam Chancellor turned his back to the ball and he smothered Shannon Sharp.
Mike
That is unbelievable. An unbelievable no call for the Cheetahs. Some home cooking. Dawson couldn't find anybody open. And there you go. There's Warren Sapp. He was quiet today. 8 sacks for this Wolverine defense. We talk about them being one of the tops in the league. Well, you're looking at it right here. Them 85 Bears, forget about it. This is all about the 2022 Chicago Wolverines. There's a nice pass by Len Dawson. And that should be enough for a first down. No, 4th and inches. So that's going to hurt a little bit because now they're going to have to burn a play. You know, again, when you need a yard to pick up, who better? Who better than Marshawn Lynch? But that's going to waste some time. It's going to waste it down. Well, maybe not, as Marshawn's going to pick up a bunch of it. He's going to get hit by his old Seahawk teammate down the field there, Earl Thomas. 5 minutes to play. Cheetahs still trying to make this a game. They trail by 3 scores with 5 minutes to play. Backup quarterback Len Dawson in the game. Dawson rolling out, and he's going to try to go for the end zone. Incomplete. Dawson had Keelan Cole down there and was hoping that he can get some of that Joe Theismann magic.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Dawson will complete that one. And out of bounds. I mean, it won't stop the clock at this state in the game.
Let go.
On the double.
But it does stop. I never know when it's going to. Half the time the clock stops, half the time it doesn't. I never know. Dawson again. Taking a shot at the end zone. Same play it looked like, looking for Cole. And it fell to the turf. Poor Dawson's in no-win situation here, just coming in and kind of having to chuck the ball deep. It'll be interesting to see going forward. I don't know what happened there. Nobody picked up Warren Sapp. And Sapp got his second sack. 9 sacks for the Chicago Wolverines. Are the Cheetahs going to stick with Johnny Unitas? Going into week 9, they're going to drop to 0-8, barring some kind of incredible collapse. Pressure coming again. Dawson getting rid of it. Or have they seen enough to stick with Dawson? I mean, it's not much better with Len Dawson, I hate to say. But again, not in a fair position. Kind of brought in to chuck the ball around. The game changes quite a bit, though, with a touchdown. Dawson does get rid of it, and it's intercepted. Earl Thomas with the pick. That's 4 turnovers for the Chicago Wolverines. That's going to be 9 sacks for the Chicago Wolverines. And whether you call them the Jacksonville Jaguars, whether you call them the North Florida Cheetahs, boy, those uniforms are cursed. It doesn't matter who wears them, the team ain't very good. And Todd Gurley comes in as now we've officially moved into, I guess we can go into clock chewing mode, huh?
Set, ready? 90 Wolf.
What'd you guys think? This was number 1 versus number 32. There was no Appalachian State moment here today. They tried. I mean, I'll give credit to the Cheetah defense, and you're seeing it right there. That was Earl Fazan. They did their best in the second half. Now, again, the pick 6, that's on the offense. You take that away, and you take away the good the defense did, this game actually could have been a lot closer. Well, we head to the 2-minute warning. One final shot for Len Dawson to try to move the ball up the field. Again, the Battle of London coming up on the next RXFL stream. That's the Revolution Football Legends RXFL. Dawson, oh my God. Dawson just sat in the pocket and tossed it right over the head of Charlie Joyner.
On the ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. It's a party now.
Second down and 10. Incomplete. I think we got to see a little more talk about this Wolverine defense. We mentioned it before. Remember that 10-0 defeat they had of the Philadelphia Benjamins. Wide open, though. Well, we're talking about the good defense, and North Florida's going to call a timeout. But the couple of times we've seen the Chicago Wolverines, I guess offensively they haven't been... Well, we saw Theismann have some nice moments here. It hadn't been all bad. But definitely this Wolverine defense, and Cam Chancellor is going to pick off Len Dawson, and that's 5 interceptions for the Chicago Wolverine defense here. Unbelievable outing. That's why they're number 1 in the league. You saw the Legion of Boom all over the field today, did you not? I mean, think about this defense. It's just a couple of runs when we say goodnight on this one. For this Wolverine defense, Warren Sapp, Mario Williams, Tony Saragusa, R.I.P., Muhammad Wilkerson, Leonard Marshall, Dave Wilcox, Junior Seau, Asante Samuel, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Lito Shepard. It's unbelievable. Baker Mayfield, we said, on this team, as well as Bob Greasy.
Ready, break.
And 2 more plays here, and we can put an end. And this is what it looks like when number 1 takes on number 32 in the RXFL. So the Chicago Wolverines are going to move to 8-0, which, even going back to the Revolution League, the last 5 years, we have not had any team that has remained undefeated this long. The former Ann Arbor Annihilators, now the Chicago Wolverines, are going to be the first team in a long time to go to 8-0. In fact, in the SFL, we never had an undefeated team. So I don't want to put it out there yet. They still got 8 more games to go. But we're getting close, aren't we? So 8 down, 8 to go. The Wolverines go on a bye week. The Cheetahs of North Florida are going to fall to 0-8. And the Chicago Wolverines are going to move to 8-0. That's a cool picture. That might be the thumbnail right there. What do you guys think? That was kind of cool. We'll put a nice little thumbnail up, so get ready. But pure domination by the Wolverines. 5 turnovers, 9 sacks. 200 yards through the air, 100 on the ground. And the former Ann Arbor Annihilators wearing the famous Michigan Wolverine helmet. Striped helmets, taking the Wolverine name, but moving to Chicago here. And my goodness, we'll just look at the stats. Joe Theismann, 18 of 22, 279. Dawson, 6 of 17. Unitas, 3 of 11. A 0 passer rating for Johnny Unitas, a 20 for Len Dawson. It was a struggle. Sanders and Lynch, both 80 yards on the ground between the two of them. So that's going to do it. We're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. The next time we stream our XFL action with you, it'll be the Battle of London. The London Monarchs and the London Bulldogs. Thank you to all our super fans. We had Brian and everyone joining in for this one. Let us know what you guys want to see next. Hit us up on Twitter at TBSports27 on Twitter, and also on Patreon. Patreon.com/TBSports27. What's this, a media question? Never seen this before. I have never seen this before. At 8-0. Oh, I guess because I'm a league commissioner or something with this, or an owner. I've never seen that option come up before because I've always been a coach. So I guess that would make sense. So there you go, 8-0 and 0-8. Let's see the standings real quick in the North. I mean, they still got the Golden Eagles on their tails, and that's going to be an interesting rematch. We're going to have to do that one again between the Golden Eagles and the Wolverines. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Check us out on Twitter and on Patreon, patreon.com/TBSports27. And you guys can request what we stream with you coming up this week. It's a brand new week. What do you guys want to see on the channel? Let us know over on Patreon, and we'll see you guys later on. Have a good night, everyone.